Hello, my name is Braden Lynn Lagrone, and I am a student at Panola Early College High School, and I am 18 years old. Plan to graduate in May with an associate's degree. This is going to be a presentation on police use of force, controversy, and public perception. Introduction. Police force is a leading issue in contemporary criminal justice. A research question. How do media representation, community experience, and history affect public opinion on police use of force? Public trust informs community safety, cooperation, and justice reform. A little bit of background. Defining use of force. Police authority. Actions to exert control or preserve life. Legal context. Reasonable authority by the law. History. Policing roots and civil rights movements and influences. A couple examples of these would be Rodney King, George Floyd, and others. George Floyd had recent uproar in 2020, which caused riots and other protests. Media influence. Social media and traditional media coverage differ. Selective reporting constructs stories. Viral videos multiply response. Misinformation sows fear and doubt. Not all stories are narrated the same way, and what we do or don't observe can have a tremendous effect on how we judge police action. Then you got CNN and Fox News, which are the two most infamous for blowing things out of proportion to fit their own narratives and agendas. Community experiences and demographics. Race, income, and location affect perception. Negative context decrease trust, and minority groups complain about more excessive force. Serial encounters, or even a friend who's had an encounter, powerfully shape whether people are likely to feel targeted or safe by the police. Political and societal context. Activations such as Black Lives Matter are problematic when it comes to stuff like this, considering although they have good intention, some things get blown out of proportion and it causes issues and they may become violent. And while their causes are good, it doesn't always end so well. And then it gets into Blue Lives Matter, which can, same thing as Black Lives Matter, can end negatively or can, positive message, but Blue Lives Matter protects the rights of officers. And then political affiliation affects levels of trust, and legislation reacts to pressure. These protests put various aspects of policing and justice into the public domain, tending to increase polarization, but also increasing reform. Or inspiring reform, my bad. A couple arguments and counter-arguments. The police could argue that excessive force is needed for safety, which is fair considering their lives are at risk and, their own life or someone else's could be in the hands of them, taking someone else's life, which is a really unfortunate situation, but it does happen. And then civil rights groups could argue force is too frequently excessive and racially targeted. Certain racial groups might experience more force due to things like discrimination and prejudice and racism. And then a couple of things that could be debated are how could we protect officers and hold the public accountable? And then how to reform without undermining law enforcement. The actual dilemma is reconciling officers' safety with constitutional freedoms and treating everyone with respect. A couple real-world applications. One is body cameras, which reduce complaints and use of force incidents by, showing the public what, actually happened. Then independent review boards that can build trust and candor. And then community policing, which builds partnerships and de-escalation, And then all these are great beginnings, and with time and trust could all, make for better changes. Then, in conclusion, media, history, and personal experience shape public opinion. Public opinion creates police legitimacy, and then future directions. Improve media literacy, improving de-escalation training, and building community engagement. Myth busting of perceptions isn't about public relations. It's about creating a criminal justice system where everyone has trust. Thank you.